How's it going, everyone? My name's Aiden. Welcome back. Today's day 209 of posting back on this channel. Back in the journey once again. Hopefully you all are having such a good Tuesday today and another day in the week. Of course, we are back. Got about another 3 more days until the weekend, so let's keep on pushing through and keep on chugging along. But with that being said, how are we doing? How are we feeling today? We felt great. We did great. Last night I went to bed around 1:30. Woke up this morning at I believe 7:30. I went for a mile run this morning. First time, running in a little bit. Probably since in like the last couple months. I ran it was between an 8:44, an 8:48, or an 8:55 mile. Not bad for not running in a while. After that, got breakfast. Went to the beach for a little bit. I got burnt to a crisp. And maybe it's not even really. It doesn't look that bad now, but it was bad earlier. My whole back is red. Everything, not looking too good. And yeah, got lunch after that, and then chilled inside of the room. Played a little bit of Fortnite Mobile, got a win, 14 kills on 0 build reload. That was kind of dope. Other than that, came home, had dinner, and I've just been going on walks all day. So I'd say my day was pretty successful. But only thing I look forward to tonight is just sleeping, getting ready for the next day. So other than that though, today's message that I want to talk about is your biggest breakthrough might be really close, just might have to change, the habit you're in. With changing habits, changing the way how you think, changing the way that you be, it's a great thing to stack up all the tiny wins you have. Like changing yourself over time builds momentum. It builds resilience. It builds strength. It builds a lot of things that I don't think many people, speak about. When you change yourself for the better, you are building yourself in your own way that not everyone's gonna understand. I think we all build ourselves in different ways. I think everything that we do is unique in our own way. And it's such a beautiful way to look at life because we don't live in a world of utopia, where everyone does the same thing. Everybody lives by the same thing. We all pray to the same, God. Like, we just all live our lives differently. And in order to do that, sometimes there has to be change incorporated, whether it's changing a hobby, changing a habit, changing a person that you're talking to, changing a connection, a relationship, something. Everything is different. And that's what makes life a little sweeter, is that you can change something and it can benefit you for the rest of your life. So maybe that next big step that you need to take requires you to make a small change. But every small change that you make and it turns out to be a win, stack it all together. Those tiny wins mean so big in the long run because you're willing to take the time to challenge yourself and to change. Not just for yourself, but for maybe a new environment, maybe new people. Maybe you just need something new, something, replenishing. So allow yourself to change those habits that you have. Allow yourself to change the way that you act about things. Allow everything to come in and out. That's what life is all about. Yeah, you're sitting here and you're changing and, you're living your life in your own way. But also remember that you are, changing the way that you live and creating a possibly better path for yourself. So remember all those tiny wins that you get, and remember that these micro changes you make in your life, builds character, builds momentum, it builds strength, and it builds that you're willing to change. A lot of people can't grasp onto that, So stack up them tiny W's, baby. Live that life you want to live. Do what you want to do. But with that being said, guys, I hope you all have such a great rest of the evening. And remember to take care of yourself. You deserve to be matter, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.